Hello, guys. We're back, GR Generals. Got a small panel today because Mr. Cephas and Finn and McCoy, they are busy with haircuts, and Finn's hurt, so rest in peace, Finn. But we got guest star today. We got a dual threat athlete, JV warrior, about to be varsity warrior. Great guy. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Carter Searle. I play for JV Notre Dame, and yeah,
Yeah, and then we got me as always, and then we also got
Evan Fitzpatrick.
yes, sir. Evan is back here today. So since we have a small crew, we're just gonna wrap up some of our games. We're gonna predict who plays tonight because we have a couple league games here tonight. Uh, we're gonna predict our game tomorrow. We got a good one, and it's gonna be a short episode today, but we're gonna make the best of it because we like to have fun on this show, as everyone knows. All right, so first we're gonna go over. We all told you guys about the game of the weeks. So we got game of the week for week 1 in the GR was Elba versus Alexander. So Evan, do you want to talk about Elba versus Alexander for us for a bit?
Yeah. Okay. So Elba won 49-42. Really good game actually. Defensive matchup. Worth was the leading scorer with 18 points. Marcelo had 11. Scott had 8 and 14. I don't know what any of the Alexander guys did. I couldn't find anything about that. Really hard fought battle. That was a good game. We watched some of it. We watched the second half. We watched a lot of second half. There's not really too much. That was a really good game. That was the best game of the week by far. Or actually, that was not the best game of the week. In my opinion, best game of the week was Attica Byron Burgeon, which was really close. I watched that at good old Mikey Rapone's house. Blake Hines went off for 20 something outrageous. 28 and 14. Wowza. But back on Elba versus Alexander. What's your opinion on this game, Carter? I'd love to know what you kind of got out of it.
I think it was a well fought game, offensively and defensively. Yeah, the matchup was really good, and happy for my Elbow Lancers. Came out with a win.
Oh, I'm so bought in, dude. I love Elba.
I'm with you on that. I like both of those teams. Couple good guys on both those teams. Glad to have Carter here today. His opinions are great. We all know. For me, I would say think pretty highly of those two teams. So great game overall. I'm glad to see my boy Worth over there is balling out with his new team. I know he played there last year, but now he's up at the varsity level and still doing what he does. So I'm proud to see that. Alexander, we see tough 2 losses come early. We'll get to their rap in a little bit, but they still look good. I mean, we saw some sparks from some kids. Don't know final stats. We saw some sparks, saw some good defense, a lot of hustle, which we know Jalen likes to bring to that team. So I'm proud of both those teams, but really proud of Worth overall for me. So we're just gonna wrap up some games here. We'll start with us. So we played Barker last Friday, and then this week we played Roy Hart and Oakfield. So I'm just going to say for our leading scorers from each game, and then you guys could give your opinions on the games because we were all there, obviously. So Barker, leading scorer, was me. I had 26 and 13, I believe, which good start. We played pretty good. We kind of had to get back into things. Barker, it's a pretty good team. They gave us a good fight, so that was good to get back into it. And then we played Roy Hart, which we came out and we sparked the floor against Roy Hart. Our little freshie had 20. So Matthew McCully, shout out him. And then we go to play Oakfield on Thursday, and guess who had about 20 again? Matthew McCully. He had 23. So I think we played some great games. Barker started off shaky, but like I said, this week was great. I mean, we played good Barker team. Roy Hart and Oakfield gave us fight for the first half. Not really Roy Hart. Roy Hart, yeah, they scored 7 points. Who am I kidding? But Oakfield gave us a good fight for the first half, but besides that, we still took care of business. Finn came back, showed some signs of greatness, but then he's back to being injured.
Wow, sucks to hear that about Finn, man. very tall, athletic man. But my opinion on the 3 games from ND. First game, first game's always got to be a little shaky. Barker's a very hard fought, very scrappy. Yep, hustles a lot, and yeah, refs that game. You can't blame the game on the refs, but it was a little shaky. Section 6, but yeah, Chase had a really good game, dominant. Evan had a nice floater. He's got a good floater on him. What do we play next? Roy Hart. Roy Hart. Man, there's not much to say about that game, but Roy Hart, yeah, Roy Hart's a very lazy team, in my opinion. I think ND came out strong. We hustled pretty good, and then Oakfield was well fought. Both teams played really hard, hustled really good. You know, Evan hit a couple threes. TJ had a good game. Matthew McCauley, yep, he was pretty dominant. Pretty dominant. Chase, really good. Really good. Really good.
One more thing. McCoy, that was not a tech, bro. I got you.
McCoy, yeah, free my boy McCoy. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for the games. It was very hard fought. Evan?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the first 2 games because they're non-league games. Like I just, not as important in my opinion. But a little bit of drama in the Notre Dame Oakfield game. Really hard fought. McCoy Hall got a little technical foul down the stretch. He's grounded a couple weeks. No dance. Yeah, it's rough over at the Hall House. Yeah, out there in Basm, bro. It gets dangerous. But I think that was a really good game. There's a big turnout at Notre Dame. Oakfield looks pretty good. I think Oakfield's going to win a lot more games in my early season prediction, which was a little harsh. Yeah. It was a little harsh. I don't know how many games I said they were going to win, but it wasn't a lot. But they looked pretty good. I mean, they got the big Grimace in there. He is 6'7".
Sorry.
Gabe's pretty good. Mason has improved a lot since over the last couple of years. He looked pretty good. When's their next game?
Oakfield.
Where's Oakfield at?
Where's Oakfield schedule? They did not play tonight. I know that.
I don't think we did an Oakfield schedule.
Oh, here. Oakfield does not play till the 15th. They play Barker.
Ooh, I actually think that'll be a really good game. Yeah. Is there any more games to go over?
Oh, yeah. So,
Oh,
all right. So we got some more games. So I'm just gonna list them off, and then we're all just gonna talk about them because I know me. I didn't watch many games this week because we had a busy game of the week. But I know Evan and not Parker. I was gonna say Parker. I know Evan and Carter like to watch some games. So, Alexander played Elbow. We talked about that. Oakfield. We talked about them. Did we get into Attica Barker? I know it's not a league game. That was a bad game. Yeah, we don't got to talk about that. We got into Attica Virgin a little bit. You did. So that's good. Alba, non-league game against Waco. They lost. Little rough game, but
I didn't see anything.
like we said, we didn't see anything first game, so we're going to touch on that. The only other game that we really need to get into is Kendall Pembroke. So, Carter, you're a big Pembroke guy. As we know, you're a transfer. So, we'll have you talk first. See, Nolan Peterson had a big game.
Yeah, Pembroke, Kendall. I got it. Yep. Pembroke, Kendall. Nolan Peterson, man. What was that, 29?
29.
29, 6 threes. Great job, Nolan. Final score was 58-52. It was a very close game throughout the whole game. CJ Diagostino played good. He had quite a bit of points. He had 22 points. Wow. Yeah, but they're really hard fought team. Pembroke, they hustle really good. Kendall, they're known for their defense, their charges. I've seen a lot of charges in that game. I was watching that game a little bit, like second half. And Chase's kryptonite. I think, yeah, it was very hard. Very hard. Nolan. My bad. It was very hard fought. Nolan Peterson, once again, he sparked it up really good. And yeah, it was a great hustle game. Evan Fitzpatrick.
Thanks. I got I don't even know what just happened. I felt the gusher juice coming out my nose. Yeah, I know. Nolan Peterson, 29. Can't say I'm surprised. He was my dark horse GR Player of the Year vote, by the way. Not to, I'm just saying, my 2 GR Player of the Year votes are probably 1-2 right now because Peterson just had 29 and Matthew McCully had 23 and 23. Well, it's only league games, so he had 23 against Alexander.
Oh yeah.
Or against Oakfield. So I'm just saying, yeah, maybe I just know ball, I guess. But I mean, Nolan Peterson's got a strap on him. No Wesbo. Pembroke loves to give him the ball too. He will not be lacking in shots. And I actually think Nolan has, if we were going odds wise, I bet before that game he probably had a plus 2,000 odds to win it, 2,200. Now I bet he's at 1,200, 1,020. He just keeps moving up the ladder. CJ DiAugustino from Kendall, 22. I just can't tell Kendall kids apart. I got no problem. I don't know which one that is. I can picture every single Kendall kid in my head, but I can't tell you which one's which. He's 22. Impressive. Kendall's good. Pembroke's good. I think it's just Pembroke Kendall basketball. I feel like you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, so not much more to say. I feel like these two kind of summed it up very well. Good job, Nolan Peterson and CJ. Guys both played very good. Both those teams, I think, from what we said earlier, I think they're better than what we expected. So it's a good job to play them. And so now we're just gonna get into predicting games for tonight. We're running a little short episode, so we're just gonna. I'm just gonna name the games and we're just gonna say who we think's gonna win. So first, we got Byron Bergen plays Eugenia Maria de Hosas tonight. So Bergen, haven't seen too much of a spark out of them, but also have seen a little bit of good signs from them. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be a tight game, but I'm gonna take Eugenio in the end. Tonight, Alexander's got Holly. I think bloodbath. I think Alexander's gonna beat him by 20, 25, even more. So I don't think that'll be close. Good luck to you two. Attica plays Alba tonight, which I would think Alba would go out there and run the floor with them and put up a lot of points and score on them. But then Attica also has Kynes, which is size. So, I mean, that game can go either way. For me, I'm going to take Alba. But if Kynes does what he's been doing, I think it'll be a close game. So I'm going to stick with that. Kendall plays Wheatland Chili tonight, which Wheatland Chili I know is not very good. I know they don't really have much. So, Kendall, go get your win. And I think that is it for who plays tonight. So good luck to all those teams.
What was the first game?
So we got Byron Bergen tonight versus Eugenio.
Okay, Byron Bergen versus Eugenio. I don't know much about Eugenio. I know a little bit about Byron Bergen, but I know Byron Bergen hustles and plays really hard. So I will take Byron Bergen. I think it'll be a really close game though. Alexander Holly. I think Alexander's got him by a lot.
All right. Attica, Alba.
Attica and Alba. I think Attica, they play really hard, but Alba just got great scores and they move the ball really well. So I got Alba. Kendall Wheeling Chile. Wheeling Chile lost a lot. I think Kendall will come out with the win.
I don't know anything about Eugenio. Literally nothing. But last year we played Eugenio. They're pretty good. I mean, I'm just gonna. Do we know where that game is? Is it at Bergen or is it at Eugenio? Okay. Well, then I'm gonna take Byron Bergen just because I frankly don't know anything about Eugenio. Next up it is Alexander Holly. I think Alexander is gonna take out those last 2 losses on Holly. I think this could be a little. I think it'll be a bloodbath. I think. Who do I think is gonna have a good game? I think Pierce Dinkins is gonna have a lot of points. I don't know how many points, but I think he's gonna have a lot of points. Attica Elba. That's a big game. That is a big game. I think that could go either way, even though I think Elba's better than Attica, but I don't think Elba has anyone to guard Kynes. Kynes is probably the best. Kynes is the best big man in the GR, and Elba doesn't necessarily have size, but I think what Elba lacks in size, they make up for in shooting and guard play. So I think Elba's going to take that game by, and it's also at home, so I think Elba's going to take that game by like 10 points. What else? What else? Kendall, Wheaton, Chili. Give me Kendall. That's about all. No, next week's game of the week would be
That's a
next.
good one. So, week 2. So, for next week's game of the week 2, we have Attica Alexander, and it's at the Cavs Stadium. So, going into that, we all kind of thought we're going to pick that because where they play.
Yeah.
That was our idea. So, for that, for me, I'm going to predict, I'm going to go again with the size, but Alexander's got Duke. So, I'm going to go Alexander by 10 to 15. A comfortable win, but still a little nail biter.
Alexander versus Attica at the Cavs Stadium. That's pretty cool to play at. But I will take. I think I'm gonna go with Chase here. I'm gonna go Alexander but I think it's gonna be a really close game. Maybe like a 5-point game. Yeah.
Attica Alexander. I think that Attica. I actually think Attica's going to be leading at halftime, but I don't think Alexander's going to be able to run with them for the entire 4 quarters, and I think Alexander's going to pull away. I don't know how much Alexander's going to end up winning by. I bet it's going to be like 8 to 10. It's a 12-point game, but Alexander's going to come away with a dub, especially on a big court like the Cavs. Like that's a sizably large, or that's a larger court than what anyone else is really used to playing on. So I feel like that's going to kind of get to Attica.
All right, so that's it for today. Little calm little episode today. Good luck to everyone tonight. Keep doing what everyone's doing. League's making its way to bring out some statements in everyone, and we got to get to practice. I'm sure all you guys are getting ready for your game. So good luck to everyone tonight. We'll have our original panel, and we're gonna start getting guest stars. Please, like text me or something. I'm pretty sure all you guys would have me on Snapchat who would want to be on it. Please, because we need someone who will come on the show because it's starting to get boring of just the same crew. So just text me, and it's fun, but it's like we want some. So please text me, and good luck to everyone tonight.